I want to be real with you ninjas. This video is going to be a little different, and I want to talk about if you're feeling stressed with your math homework and your exams or just life in general. I've been there. I was a student myself about 20 some years ago, and this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to cover any math problem here, but I do want to talk to you as a viewer and really get into the details of how stress and anxiety can actually affect your homework and your exam scores. I don't know about you, but when I was a student, I had immigrant parents. There was a lot of family pressure to ace your exams. I was always in the library, just stressing myself out, spending like 10 to 12 hours a day trying to get the homework just right, just perfect. And then I used to really battle with test anxiety really badly. Like I would be shaking, sweating during my exams. It didn't even matter how much I studied. I did do well in my coursework, but there were some tests, right, where I could have spent 4 or 5 days locked up in the library studying, and then the moment that test is handed to you, it doesn't matter. All that prep goes out the door because you're just feeling so much pressure and it's nerve-wracking and you second guess yourself. Or when you're doing your homework, you're just studying and you've hit a wall and you're not getting anywhere. And I want to talk about how anxiety affects your math and your success in general in school and life in general more than you might even realize. Because when we think about how we can pull up our grades, how we can be successful in calculus, a lot of us are looking for the easy way. And a lot of us are looking for quick fixes like, oh, I need to memorize a formula or I need to just study harder. But what if you're showing up to your exams and you're just exhausted? You don't really feel like you're your best, and you can't give from an empty cup is what I'm saying. So a lot of things that we don't generally think about are really coming into effect with your success. When I was a student, my health in my 20s was the last thing I was thinking about. Going to the gym, eating right. And it was so easy just for comfort and for just as a distraction to just be snacking while you're doing your calculus exam, homework, study prep. And you just don't think about it because your life as a student is just that. It's being a student. The last thing you want to think about necessarily is going to the gym, being selective of stressors in your life, things like that. So one thing that's really helped me is, 20, 25 years later, I feel like I have more mental clarity now than I ever have in my life. I've been in the best shape of my life. My stress is at an all-time low. And a way I wanted to give back from my learnings and learning hard, like life lessons the hard way, I wrote this book. And it's called Hey Anxiety, Thank You. It's an audio book you can look at on Audible. And also this book itself, you can get it on Amazon as either an ebook or a physical copy. You can look at the links. I'm going to put them in this video. But this actually really helps because I talk about a lot of stuff that helped me. And it's my chance to give back to you. So I talk about relationships. I talk about the diet that works for me, my exercise strategies that work for me, supplements, journaling. If you're into meditation, prayer, things like that, I talk about that as well. Because ultimately, it doesn't matter if you just do the grind of your math exams day in and day out. If you're just mentally exhausted, if you've got all these distractions in your life, all this chaos, and you feel like you really are fighting this uphill battle to do well in your exams and your homework, sometimes we got to step back and look beyond just the homework and the classwork itself, right? We got to look at what else is going on in my life. What is some area of my life that maybe I'm not giving enough attention to, where if I do this, it might set me up for success. And it's not even just about getting an A in calculus or your coursework. It's about life in general, right? Because a lot of the life skills I talk about in this book, they're going to carry beyond your coursework and they're going to set you up for success wherever you go. And I can't tell you how important it was to me, changing my life around, my diet, my exercise, choosing who belongs in my life, who doesn't. How it, as me as a software engineer, it propelled my career trajectory. Because it's not just about working 90 hours a week and, just tiring yourself out to death writing code or doing homework and math. Like, a lot of that overdrive and the extra work you're putting on yourself is because of a lot of things I talk about in here that we're just neglecting. And so you tell me in the comments below, what are some of the common things that might be stressing you? If you don't leave a comment, that's okay. But ultimately, I want you guys as students who are also watching these videos to give this a chance, give this a thought. Think about what in my life that may not be obvious or directly related, at least I don't think it is, to my coursework that could be affecting how I am as a student. And I promise you, I mean, this stuff is great because it's going to completely change your life around, and it's going to really set you up to achieve whatever it is you're looking for. And I'm hoping that this will be an awesome and positive impact on you. And like I said, the description below and the pop-up in the video is going to have all you need to find this. And wishing you guys all the best and God bless. And we're going to keep crushing those exams.